She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.
잘 먹겠습니다. What is happening? A long day of cleaning. Oh my goodness. It's 12:53. That looks hard, Sandra. They have these, but it's only for pomegranate. We're at Rite Aid, and they're doing a 2 for 3. So I decided to get the gummy worms with the berry medley. These are yummy. We are also waiting as we are selling more items at Crossroads, the consignment shop. It's been a pretty busy day. Selling is no joke. So after an unsuccessful trip, I'm eating gummy worms, and we're headed home after we get gas. I snack a lot. This is my goguma. Yeah.
How many things are there?
There's 3. So first thing is Skin Fix Barrier, the triple lipid peptide cream. What is this for, Sandra?
Night moisturizer.
Very exciting. Then we also got the next thing. This is for Catherine. Olaplex number 4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo. I'm assuming it's for her hair that's trying to get better. I got the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. I've heard good things about it. And then we also got 2 samples. This is the Joy Dior sample. And then we also got a mini lipstick from Lipstick Fever. This one's called Juliet Has a Gun. I've never heard of this. Oh, just kidding. It's another perfume. Ooh, it smells good. Nice. And then the Dior one. Oh, this one kind of smells like a grandma. Don't know. Maybe it's because I just haven't sprayed it. Ah, confirmed. It smells like a grandma. Today's mood is a bit weird. We had a lot going on today, and I also realized that when I put up my calendar, I never marked anything on it. So I was thinking maybe I could do that. I'm trying to think though if I even have any significant stickers to mark. I do know one of my childhood best friend's birthdays on the 1st of December, and I always mark it in my calendar. So I'm going to do that. And I also need to come up with a goal. It's like already the middle of December. I'm gonna take this white sticker, put that on. Pretty. Nice. We have one down. I think I want to do Christmas, of course. And this one's also another significant one for me because this will be the last day of Vlogmas. My sisters and I think, are going on a road trip. So I don't know when I'm going to mark it in, but I will eventually. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's just going to be it for now. One fun fact about me is that I have a very sensitive nose, so I think strong fragrances aren't my favorite. So before I end this vlog, I asked you guys on my Instagram if you guys have any questions for me, and I thought I'd just share a few to answer and close out this video. So let's get started. I'm thinking about doing these Q&As hopefully a few times throughout the remainder of my Vlogmas, maybe like once or twice more. So I'm excited to interact with you guys more and also have you guys featured in my videos for Vlogmas. So Annabelle asks me, what is your definition of success? Just knowing that I was able to give 100% in whatever I did, and on top of that, just staying genuine and being able to fulfill something. In the long grand scheme of things, if I were to compare success with buying a brand new car, I don't think it's about the materialism side of it, but I think it's the meaning behind it, where I worked my butt off to be able to buy myself something that I thought I deserved. I feel like everybody has different definitions because I feel like someone can compare success to an item, but I think success is really about making sure that I'm always being authentic and genuine and doing everything with good intent. And if I achieved what I had just defined, I think it's considered a success. Next question comes from Veronica. She asks, any advice for when struggling with ups and downs? Love your videos, they really end my night. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that they mean something to you and that you enjoy them. One thing I can think of for when I am going through ups and downs is just taking a step back and being able to actually feel the emotions. I am a huge 100% feeler, and if I continue to suppress those emotions when I'm going through ups and downs, it really frustrates me more, and I feel like those emotions get trapped. So when I'm going in my up phase, I can't fully get into my happy, positive self again when I still know that there's some lingering feelings that are negative or something. So my best advice is honestly feel it all, and also remind yourself that it's valid for whatever you're going through. And in your downs, I like to talk it out. So I like to externally process and talk with a friend or talk with my family. If that's not something that you like to do, I'm also a big fan of journaling. Or I also just love kind of entering another world and not having to think about anything. And what that means is like reading a book or listening to a podcast or watching a Korean drama. I think Korean dramas are my favorite because if I have a long-term down phase, the fact that there's 16 episodes on average for a Korean drama, I can watch 16 hours worth of a show and pretend I live with them or picture myself living in that kind of world. I enjoy fantasizing. And if I fantasize about something, I kind of feel the sense of hope of, hey, maybe something like that could actually happen in the long term. Not in the sense that like I physically feel like I am the character, but I feel like there's a lot of takeaways from dramas and I learn a lot through them. Even just like simple life lessons or gestures that get me thinking, and they make me want to become a better person. So yeah, I think very intuitively as well, if you couldn't tell by now. But I hope that helps, and I really am with you and feel you on feeling the ups and downs because they're real, and I'm also feeling that these days too, but it's okay and we will get through it. But before we get through it, just feel it and remember that it's okay to embrace the lows. Hannah asks, are there any good books you've been reading recently? I'm loving your vlogmas, thank you. Thank you so much, Hannah. Recently, I'm reading Harry Potter. I have never read the Harry Potter series. I've watched all of the movies, but I never have once read them. Funny story though, I read them when I was in 3rd or 4th grade because my best friend at the time was like a bookworm, and she read the entire Harry Potter series, and I wanted to be like her, or I wanted us to be like, yeah, like I'll read Harry Potter. So during our like silent reading time, every time she'd like flip the page, I'd like pretend I was on page 157, when in reality I didn't even read page 4 or 1. So I would just like flip through pages pretending I was reading it with her, when in reality I had no idea what I was reading at the time. I was like, man, this book, this font is so small, and like I have no idea what they're saying. The words are so hard. I never really read it properly, and I found that reading it on the Kindle is a good time. So I'm reading Harry Potter #1 right now. We'll see if I enjoy it for the long term, and hopefully I can also finish the series. And this is a great example of me being able to kind of fantasize and escape my reality. There's also another book that I read. It's called Goodbye Things by Fumio Sasaki. It's the new Japanese minimalism. I hope you guys give that a read. It's also super easy, really great to follow through. The author also gives you like the overall step-by-step tips on how to live minimalistically at the end of the book. So I screenshotted those pages because I read it on an ebook, and it just gives you kind of a rundown on how to get rid of the things that you no longer really need. I was a hoarder for a long time in my life, but as the years have been going by, I'm realizing I need to practice letting go of a lot of items because they're just collecting more dust in my room and on the objects. And I'm like, why do that when someone else out there could be using that for good use for themselves? So Harry Potter, Goodbye Things. Those are 2 different genres, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Uwun Ku asks, how are you so cute? Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. Carly asks 2 questions. Do you have any advice for a freshman going into college? And do you have a favorite Japanese food? If so, what is it? Very fun questions. Going into your freshman year in college is super exciting and nerve-wracking, but I think my best advice is to go in with an open mindset and don't have any expectations. Watching these movies and being able to fantasize in them is fun in the moment, but I don't want that to be like our entire world. And I want us to be able to realize and catch ourselves when we are putting too many expectations because of society, and us feeling wired like that's the way it's going to be for us, because a lot of the times it isn't. Being a freshman, stepping into a new place for another 4 years, you kind of get to close the chapter of high school and middle school and the people that you were surrounded with for a good chunk of your childhood and late teen year development. But now that you get to enter somewhere else with new people, it's a lot of fun. It's like your friend invites you to their birthday party, and it's like a sleepover birthday party. They tell you what to bring, but then you don't really know what the party's actually gonna be like because you may not know how many friends are going, which friends are going, all that. I know I've had those kind of instances when I was younger, and I was able to meet new friends from even that small birthday party. Go in knowing that you're not gonna know everything. And also be open to trying something new. It's gonna be a great time. It's also gonna be a really hard time. Again, I want to remind you that the things that you might see on social media and the things that the movies show you may seem super fun and exciting, but your life is different and your chapter is different, and you're gonna get new experiences, and whatever it ends up being, it will still be amazing because that is a part of life and your growth. So best of luck with your college experience. And then number 2, my favorite Japanese food. That is so hard. Oh, this is so hard. I really love seaweed salad. I feel like I could eat that like all day, any day. It tastes delicious. Ooh, I like soba. I love soba so much. It's like that perfect summer dish that I'm always down to eat. The last question comes from Karen, and she asks, do you ever plan to live in South Korea in the near future? I've thought about this for a really long time. Every time I visit, it's so much fun and I really enjoy being there. But I don't know if I could live there for a long time. I don't think I would want to raise my family there, but if I could ever go for like 2 or 3 years of my early mid-20s, currently I wouldn't be able to, but I would love to stay there for a long period of time in my early stages of my 20s. So fingers crossed that happens. But if it doesn't, we'll just keep riding the waves. Alright guys, that wraps up for today's Vlogmas video. I'm honestly super tired today for some reason, but I gotta edit this video and get it up. So I hope you guys have a great day, and you guys also sleep well tonight, because I think I will sleep very well too. Good night everybody, and see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas day 14.